Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? Somebody's got to put on the clown makeup today, ladies and gentlemen. So a few days ago, I was talking about this star chart planetary position nonsense for Grand Theft Auto 6. A bit of hopium flew into the veins, fired directly into my bloodstreams. Because I don't know if you've been following this psycho shit, but if you're new to the channel here, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just some fat Indian guy that likes to talk about what I like. And that could be computer security, that could be privacy, and when it comes to one of my favorite game franchises ever, Grand Theft Auto. Now, it's crazy to think the last release of Grand Theft Auto was all the way back in 2013. Original PlayStation triple copy right here. Now, I don't like to use the PS4, PS5 version because that's kind of like cheating. It's like oh, Skyrim's a PS5 game. Nah, bitch. Skyrim is as old as this masterpiece right here. So, ladies and gentlemen, to give you an idea, GTA 6 obviously on its way, November 2026, maybe 2027. Like I said, I keep my expectations so low, I can't even begin to be disappointed. So to give you an idea, ladies and gentlemen, about 2 weeks ago, a guy called Jalapeno Poppers posted this schizo theory where they took planetary positions and basically predicted when the third trailer for Grand Theft Auto is dropping. Now, if you're a GTA fan like me, the last time Rockstar has mentioned anything about GTA was about a year ago with trailer 2. So we're kind of sitting here with no information at all. Like, to give you an idea for Rockstar gamers, they don't even like tease you a little bit. You know, other companies, they'll maybe twist the nipples a little bit. Rockstar, they're fucking razor quiet. They don't put any ads in their games. They don't put any fucking tweet out. They don't even like leak out a screenshot. No. Radio silence, okay? Imagine if your crack dealer just stopped giving you crack at the height of your withdrawals. It would drive you fucking crazy. That's what a GTA fan is kind of like in this situation. We're crackheads waiting for the next motherfucking fix, okay? I hate it. But ladies and gentlemen, obviously this theory got a little bit of credibility the other day when a few days ago Best Buy started sending out a fucking email to a bunch of their like influencers. And this email was like, whoa guys, GTA 6 pre-orders up. Now, at the time I thought this was gonna be some bullshit. But then a whole bunch of other credible people were like, this seems pretty legitimate. You know, it's funny, Best Buy didn't even come out and say, oh guys, it was a fuck up. Obviously, this is not happening. Rockstar Games was like Rockstar. They were just quiet as fuck. Take-Two was chilling, being quiet as fuck. You know, it's crazy to think about it. The guy that runs Take-Two, the CEO behind it, literally doesn't smoke, drink, play their games. He gets to be behind one of the biggest media franchises in the world and truly doesn't care. You know, he goes to the office, does his boss moves, goes home, collects his check. And you know, when people ask him about GTA 6, it's like, yeah, it's that video game at the office. I mean, I've seen a couple, you know, clips of it, but couldn't really give a fuck. I mean, there is a level of badassery that a man has to be approving of today. So today, I literally woke up. I'll be real with you, man. I'll be real with you. I had the hopium in the veins. I was like, ooh, am I going to wake up to a GTA 6 trailer 3? So, you know, 5 a.m. hits, and I'm like, it's a little too early to release the trailer. You know, so I get some work done. I do some of my shit. And then, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock comes by, and I'm like, they gotta be releasing something. And, to be fair with you, most of the people in the community were kind of on that same wave. They woke up with some hopium, they started smoking that nopium, and now we're at the stage where I'm at right now called pure fucking copium. So, of course, the cycle repeats itself. When no trailer got released, not a single peep, not even like, haha, dumbass. People started looking at, like, this is how schizo the community has gotten. Because there has been no information, people are looking up, like, fucking HTML refreshes on, like, all the major sites, just hoping to find 1 or 2 lines of code that might satiate them. This is how down bad this community is, okay? We are fucking hyped for the ability to give Rockstar money for a game that is still several months out, okay? Possibly more. I'm not discounting another delay. Remember, okay, I think a lot of bad things can happen, all right? I think aliens might fucking land on planet Earth. before GTA 6 actually ends up getting dropped. It's been a wild year so far. So, anyways, we're at the cycle where schizophrenia, nothing set, schizophrenia, 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 schizophrenia. The whole community has turned into the Arkham Asylum at this point. We're fucking crazies. You know, a bunch of people are saying the day is over. Billions must sleep, which is true. 5 o'clock, the day hits. EOD, no trailer. We're done, ladies and gentlemen. And obviously, you know, you got Strauss Zelnick going, so you thought you were pre-ordering GTA 6 today, huh? Thought you were getting a little trailer, weren't you? Thought you guys would get something new to look at. Thought it would be a little less painful. I swear to God, this dude just sits there auto-mogging this entire community without even trying, dude. But obviously, look, at the end of the day, one of the reasons that I'm actually part of this, and obviously, listen, I know that this is probably not real. Like, obviously, let's be completely upfront. I managed to get in touch with our friend Jalapeno Poppers. The guy did verify himself to me, and obviously, in this case, I am obviously going to be buying this guy a copy of the game, even if he wasn't right. Even if it wasn't true. At the end of the day, I actually am just glad that I'm on this community right now, looking at all these brain-frying, like, predictions. Like, this guy says it best, right? He's on this stuff because he loves watching people whose brains are fried by GTA 6 make amazing prediction based on far-fetched theories. You know, this is not the only time. You had a community that started looking at moon. He started looking at moon phases about a year ago in fucking GTA Online to verify information drop on their ends, okay? And look, obviously for us community members, listen, the Rockstar silence hurts, but that's what happens when silence like this is basically taking up everything. This is all we have, okay? Reading star charts, looking into old world like shit. This is literally it, boys and girls. This is pretty much what we're sitting at. You know, much like the Half-Life fans, and I don't necessarily agree with this, because unlike the Half-Life fans, at least we know another game is on the road. I mean, I'll be real, Half-Life 3 probably will never come out, okay? Like, it probably might never actually... We might find a way to digitally upload our consciousnesses to a cloud before Half-Life 3 actually gets announced. The only way Half-Life 3 is coming out is if all the stars align and you somehow manage to teleport yourself into a whole new fucking dimension where Valve can actually count to the number 3, okay? That's just... And you know what? They're not even including Elder Scrolls fans in this because those guys are down bad somehow even worse than these two communities. So, of course, obviously, it was a fell for it again award situation. Nothing ever happened, but at least we had some fun talking about it. One thing that I found really interesting was obviously the stock price did jump up pretty considerably, literally as that Best Buy news got announced. And, you know, obviously this morning that stock price dumped down, but it also just came back up. Makes me wonder what this whole market situation is all about. Some people have said, can Best Buy be in trouble for stock manipulation? And honestly, I am not a lawyer. I have no idea about any of that, but I don't think the situation is nearly as serious as that. One thing that does make me question all of this is when people were sharing this rabbit theory crafting, why didn't, you know, anybody from either Best Buy or Rockstar say a thing? They literally gave us false hope for no reason. So obviously, listen, unlike something not happening today, the worst part about today, though, is probably the other shit that I've heard, too, is like apparently PlayStation is not going to be releasing any single-player games on the PC any longer. So if you were somebody that was like, I'll just wait for years for a PlayStation game to release, well, it seems like that situation is totally out of your control. Now look, as a Rockstar Games fan, as a GTA fan, I am not totally down bad and out there. I think the wait to November 2026 or, you know, May 2027, because I'll be real, I do count another delay. One of the weird things that I've just kind of felt about GTA 6 is that, you know, we do have 2 trailers, but I feel like the marketing when it came to GTA 5 and by extension even Red Dead Redemption 2 was substantially better than what we got with GTA 6. GTA 6, it really does feel like they're giving us basically fucking nothing. Like, it's not even like, oh, there's an aura of mystique around it. It really just feels like there is fucking nothing that anybody knows about this story or this game other than, like, just the 2 trailers and obviously where it takes place. Which I think by now, most companies that are getting this close to releasing the game, because what do we really have, obviously, right? Like, what months do we have left? We've got We've got what? June, July, August, September, October, November. So literally, it's not that far off. We're looking at maybe 6 months out, around 6 months. And usually by this point, at least companies would have given us gameplay trailers. Like by now, when it came to other games like Crimson Desert, not that that's like in the same realm as GTA, I feel like I saw way more gameplay for that also like influenced me to go towards purchasing that game. I feel like even when it comes to like Final Fantasy and stuff, right? Like Square Enix was more comfortable giving us information on every single one of their RPGs as opposed to like Rockstar. So the reason why it's interesting to me is that I want this game to be in a good state when it releases. Is it in like the Cyberpunk 2077 state where maybe the game isn't totally functionally complete? Maybe it's got a lot of issues going. I mean, it looks too good, in my opinion, to be running on like base PlayStation 5s. And again, I understand Rockstar's, actually, no pun intended, a rock star at like game optimization, but it makes me wonder about a lot of things. The other aspect of it that honestly makes me a little worried is what happens with the game's monetization, right? Like, one of the big things for GTA 6 is obviously going to be the online. Obviously, GTA 5, I don't think anybody at Rockstar expected it to take off the way that it did, but GTA 5 is one of the most earning games when it comes to the online. So you can imagine GTA 6 with the interest that Roblox and Fortnite have made around the business world and how they make fuck tons of money with user-generated content and all that bullshit. I can only imagine Rockstar is probably going to look at GTA 6 as like the next, I shit you not, 15-year platform to turn it into an insane live service game where they can make a shit ton of money off the top and people can just create Roblox-like experiences where they can make custom experiences and solutions and make a shit ton of money on there as well too. I feel like that's where Rockstar wants to go. They want to be like the next big tech company that basically makes billions upon billions off the backs of one game that they make, right? And that makes me a little worried for GTA in the future because if it's taken this long for 6 to come out, I feel like it's going to be insane for the wait for GTA 7. I don't feel like I'm going to be playing GTA 7 because I'll be too busy going to my kids' fucking like college graduation. You know what I mean? Like, it's that much of a jump between the actual release times. One thing that I am doing, at least to top off this video with, is, you know, while I'm waiting for GTA 6, it's not like desperately sitting on the internet looking for the next GTA. I'll just wait for whatever information Rockstar graciously wants to release. But for now, one of the things that I've been doing is kind of playing through a lot of the older GTA games and finally 100%ing all of them, which has been such an insanely negative thing to do because if anything is going to give you burnout, it's playing the same motherfucking franchise and trying to collect every fucking collectible, do every annoying thing. But it's one of those things that I wanted to do as a kid because I always was impressed by people 100%ing these games and unlocking like the final end game things, even though they never really amounted to much. Just wanting to do them and achieve them myself was actually a goal that I set out to do. And it's annoying, okay? It really is. Some of these GTA games have not aged very well. So to also help alongside with that, one of the things that I have been doing is playing a lot of mods in the GTA community as well too. So for instance, one of those mods has been like GTA Carcer City, which for anybody that doesn't know, they actually released a demo for this in April 10th, 2026. So this year, this actual game ended up being released by a community of modders that have decided to take the city from the Manhunt games, yes, a linear stealth action, super violent Rockstar game that they could never make again. A bunch of community members decided, you know what, we're gonna make our own fucking game here. So this community called Free Time Studios literally did go out of their way to put together an actual game. Like, it's got its own loading screens, it's got like everything matched to it, audio, game world. You've got a protagonist over here, and of course, most interestingly, the actual world has been crafted by them as well too. So for instance, in this game right here, you can see that in the map screen, literally, I'm not even joking with you, they have Carcer City. It's not just like one or two streets, it's the whole city, and basically all the locations from the original PlayStation 2 game kind of brought to life here. And to show you how much of an effort that they've put into it as well, I'm going to drive around a little bit and show you. They've matched up pretty much every aspect of what that game is. Basically, it's as if Rockstar would have made an entire GTA game that would be set in their universe as well too, which Cars for City, and you got to remember the PS2 era of GTA games were always centered in like a universe, right? So even if you weren't playing Grand Theft Auto, if you played something like Bully, if you played something like Manhunt, with the exception of something like Midnight Club, all of those games were set in a universe, a shared universe. So GTA 3 would be taking place alongside Manhunt, alongside Bully, alongside Vice City, San Andreas, and so on and so forth. So it's interesting that, obviously, I don't know what the future for Rockstar is after GTA 6. I think, if anything, they'll probably go to make, Red Dead Redemption 3? I don't foresee Rockstar making something as, making something like a Midnight Club. I don't foresee them actually going around making something like Bully 2. I don't even see them making something like Manhunt because of how controversial this game was. So it's interesting for me, right? Like the wait for GTA 6 isn't so painful because all I'm doing right now is basically playing games that the community are making. Like, to think about it, this is insane to see. It's an entire GTA game made. Like, it's crazy to think this is an entire GTA game that is made by the community, a whole city, story, everything. Sure, the budgets aren't as higher, and yes, it's GTA San Andreas modded, but at the end of the day, guys, it's a fucking game. And it shows you just how passionate this community necessarily is too, right? That being said though, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. The schizo theories never end. I am out.